Greetings, fellow security officers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Barotrauma. Episode 3, Man the Guns. Only 400 meters away. Can you upgrade submarines? Yes. So you can't add... how do I describe? You can add small things to a submarine that are non-installations. That would be things like lights, sensors, buttons, wires, motion sensors, oxygen sensors, things like that. But large installations you cannot add. So like a new locker, that's an installation and that comes pre-built. You can build your own submarines. I've never done it, so I can't answer questions about that. But these installations here in the electrical view are things that are static. When it comes to upgrades, there are upgrades. So like if I wanted another weapon, there is a third slot on this ship for a weapon that I could install, but I can't add like a fourth because this submarine doesn't have a fourth slot. But there are improvements that could be made to this specific submarine. I could, I could improve its sensors, for instance, and add air quality data to the sensor panel if I wanted. Doc. We did it. No, Cool Mike is still injured. Didn't know. Maybe JD shot him too? More than likely, I think the crawler probably did it. But at the station's doctor, it'll be very easy to fix that. Alright, so you guys, last time I made port, wanted me to hire new people and save up for that. So let's see if there's anyone worth hiring. The other thing I wanted to do is to put my flashlight and hand sonar away. And I'll leave that in the supplies box right by the exit, because that's where I'll be grabbing it. And then grab the raw materials. I don't need to grab the mask, but grab the raw materials that I want processed, because I'm going to be processing those materials myself. So first up is probably the medical bay. Flyers. These flyers are notices for various jobs. One of them is for ferrying a few boxes of clowning equipment to a neighboring outpost. It states, if interested, imitate your favorite bird. Should we help the clowns? Flash poll. I'm going to give you less than a minute. So, if you want help the clowns, yes. If not, no. Without spoiling too much about the game's lore, the clowns kind of embrace chaotic randomness, whereas the others kind of embrace, they're cultists that embrace. So there's something called a husk, which is sort of like an infected human that becomes zombie-like, and they embrace zombies. So you have the cultists, which are like zombies, and you have the hunk mother, which like clowns. It looks like we're gonna imitate our favorite bird, so a distant sound of a light horn confirms you as the recipient of the assignment. A container is waiting for you when you leave the outpost. So we have a Praise the Hunk Mother mission unlocked, if we want it. So this is a regular merchant. Do you have lithium? No. I think I'm gonna buy a pulse laser fuel box to restock. The medic bay is not here. Dang it. Where is the medic bay? Maybe it's up and left. Here's the engineering merchant. And the engineering merchant, submarine merchant, and chief mechanic are always sort of clustered around one another. Yeah, here we go. Here's the medic bay. Trash. Morphine? Fentanyl. Oh, Oh, nice. Free fentanyl. I love it. Everyone's healed for only 61 marks. Beautiful. Whoops. So first things first, let's start deconstructing, and I'll deconstruct the hydro, I'm not going to try to say that, hydroxyapatite or whatever, which gives me phosphorus and calcium, and then the esperite, which is zinc and zinc and lead. Spinnerized that pretty hard. I don't need the alien blood on me. I should have brought that. But that will start chopping that up. Here is the Honk Mother Trader. They're selling ethanol. Don't need it. What I do wanted to do, because you guys wanted me to hire people, is let's go talk to HR. And they're up here. Whoop. Don't fall. So, there is a security officer to be hired. They're best in guns. So, who to hire? We have got, Dimitri, Jonathan, or Richard. They're all three roughly about the same price. And then while you vote on that, there's a raffle timer for one of you subscribers in the chat to be named after the person we hire. So you guys can vote on who we hire, and the raffle timer's up. And I'm going to be deconstructing stuff and running the resources that we're netting to our ship. It's worth noting that some materials are reactive in water. So I just got phosphorus, which would be one such thing. So the thing about phosphorus is, like, you have to put it in an airtight container, but, like, almost everything is airtight. So this large steel cabinet, for instance, is airtight. Because the game will allow you to loot things like lithium and sodium, which explode when in contact with water. So you don't want to leave those things in, like, open crates, because it will become a problem. But putting it in airtight containers will be fine. And now for carbon. Feels weird to be deleting our diamonds into carbon. But I would like some steel, so that's what we're doing with it. And then the bladder that we got from the shark we killed gave us saline and stabilizine or whatever, which can be synthesized into more drugs. That's something to do once we have a ship doctor, because they're better at that stuff. So with this, I can make steel bars. Now, the difficulty to make this takes longer, so what I could do instead is to have JD come craft it instead of me, because JD's better at it. He's a mechanic. I just don't know where he was in the station. In fact, you know what I could do? Is, hey JD, follow me. I'm not gonna figure it out. He could just come to me. Oh, here he is. So what I can do here is I can grab him and then transfer the carbon and iron into his inventory, switch to him, and then with JD, I can make steel bars. I can only make one because I don't have a lot of steel, or a lot of iron rather. But I can make steel bars with him. So now I have one steel bar. Then I can have JD grab fish pickles and drop that stuff back. And now Fish has a steel bar because he makes it quicker. One thing I forgot to do is to turn off the reactor, and I always forget this. I don't find that, like, it's that hard to keep your ship fueled, personally. But, like, when in port, you might as well just turn it off. Save yourself a little bit of fuel. So the reactor's now off, but we're, like, mooching power off the station, which is how it's supposed to be. There we go. We got some good materials from that mining run. Not a ton, but decent. Alright, looks like we're hiring Richard, and I'm about to run that raffle. Another thing is make sure you don't leave anything behind in the input in the fabricator, because it's really easy for like carbon and iron to be like left in there, which would be a problem. So FTT, you are the lucky recipient. You are now the gunner. So Richard is a tough security officer with high weapons and decent medical. That sounds good. Hired. We have a little bit of balance left over, so I'm going to have you guys decide how to invest our marks. We can upgrade the submarine, upgrade equipment, hire new personnel, or save it for something more expensive. My 2 cents, another security officer would be really nice for someone to control the other guns. Or we can upgrade the submarine to make it stronger, one or the other. And FTT, you are now part of the crew. Yeah, we could also hire an assistant, too, and put them on guns. Alright, some commoners here are looking for safe passage. So, transport personnel. Go mining for lead. Or... got an important job available. Coalition has got a couple of underwater operatives investigating separatist activity in the neighboring outpost. It's better I don't go into details, but we needed to get them some weapons and ammunition stat. So, arms delivery to support the coalition against the separatists. Plus, we have the Honk Mother quest as well. All right, 1 more minute to vote in how we invest our money. We have enough to hire an assistant right now, if you want to hire an assistant. And then if not, we can look at the upgrades. Because we have enough to hire Sydney, who is a okay at weapons assistant. The trait there, if you're wondering, like tough versus Joker versus rude, is just their communications. It doesn't affect anything else. So a Joker is going to crack jokes on the comms, whereas like someone who's laid back is going to, you know, not get all excited. You even have people that have like broken English, so they talk in, you know, funny broken English like they're Yoda or something. Looks to me like upgrade the submarine. Got it. So let's take a look at the upgrade potential. So whoa, I almost fell. I'll put in just the few of the things that I think are probably most important rather than the whole shebang. So, as far as upgrades go, some of the really nice ones early on would be... and I'm not necessarily going to be able to afford it, all the ones that I'm going to type in. So, engines. allow us to move a little bit faster, which is good for maneuverability. Hull I can't afford because I need more steel. I need 5 steel to do it, but hull's really, really nice. It protects you from crush depth and also makes it harder for things to breach your hull. We also have reactors to increase the reactor output. We could also upgrade weapons, but more to the point, we could add a new weapon, but that costs more money. So I'm not going to include that. So we'll just do weapons here, but not a new one, because new ones are unaffordable. And that's what I will put in. Or alternatively, save money for a better upgrade. So only 1 minute to vote on that. But M's your choices. We can either do engines for a little bit more speed, reactor for a little bit more power, or more fuel efficiency, one or the other. Weapons, and the weapon upgrades are as follows. There's reduced power consumption for the weapons, increase the view range for the weapons so you can see a bit further, or increase the rotation rate to make it easier for unskilled gunners to use them, or to add a whole new weapon, a coil gun, chain gun, or pulse rifle, or pulse laser rather. And I'm going to start returning to the ship because it seems like we're going to save for a better upgrade. My 2 cents, I really like to get the hull upgrade pretty early on to make it so that you don't get frickin' crawlers breaching, because that's a real pain. And to get a third gun. The third gun is probably what I would want most, so that we don't have as many blind spots on the sub. Because that's the real advantage of the Barsuk over the Dugong. The Dugong only has 2 guns, and it doesn't cover the whole ship. Whereas the Barsuk with the 3 guns has very few blind spots. So it looks like we're going to be saving up. The next thing to vote on is where we're going. So we can go up to Gangpo, which would be Praise the Honk Mother, or the Coalition Personnel Transport for a lot more Europa Coalition rep, or the Arms Delivery for a lot more Europa rep. So if I did the Arms Delivery and the Coalition Transport, that would be 3,400 marks. Honk Mother would be 2k marks. The thing it does not have is the beacon. Or I could go to Aegir's Grave to mine lead and activate a beacon. But interestingly, this destination here is uninhabitable. So we aren't going to we're not going to pick up new quests and hire people at this destination, which is totally fine. But after we get there, we would go traveling on to somewhere new. Because there's nothing to do at Aegir's Grave, because it's uninhabited now. The other thing to note is, as time progresses, you have a bit of a ticker feed down here. So, Coalition Force has claimed the area of Drool, which is here. So the Coalition's beat back the Separatists and now own Drool. Coalition has turned Barotrauma habitation into a research station. So Barotrauma, where we once were, is now a research station, which offers rare and exotic items. They claim the area of Sagoth Crevasse, which is over here, and it's now inhabited. So before, this was uninhabited. So the map changes over time geopolitically and also with sort of like 4X expansionism. There's also, it's worth noting, in order to progress, the passageway is sealed off. You may need a friendly 30 or greater reputation with the Europa Coalition and permission from an officer to transit any farther. The same is down here. This is for Jovian Separatists to go further, and this is the Europa Coalition. Additionally, this route may be too deep to traverse safely without a hull upgrade, because it starts at 19 meters, and my submarine's hull can only withstand 3,500. currently, so that might be too deep. So, looks like you guys want to go to Gangpo. What quest to pick up? Do we do Honk or not? So if we do the Honk Mother, I will pick probably the arms delivery, which is more money than the Coalition transport. So you're choosing between 2,000 marks for transporting Honk Mother people, or 1,000 marks for transporting Coalition personnel. So one increases my rep with the Europa Coalition, but pays less, and the other increases my rep with the Children of the Honk Mother, and pays more. And either way, we're going to take arms delivery. Actually, that's not necessarily true, but I think arms delivery makes more sense. I'd rather be paid more money for the rep change. And then the other thing to note is that currently our reputation with Europa is 18. So if we took both of the Coalition missions, we would go up to 28, which gets pretty close to opening in the passage forward. And it looks like that's what you guys want. So let's go to Gangpo and transport the Coalition and arms. And we have FTT is the new hire. All right, the other thing is, are we saving up for a new turret? You can vote as we start this mission. And FTT, I'm going to put you on the front lasers, as the front lasers are more damaging and more expensive to reload than the coil guns. So I want our better gunner to fire more accurately. So Cool Mike, let's see. I'm gonna have Cool Mike fix leaks, fix leaks, fix electrical, operate the turret, and JD to repair damaged systems, repair mechanical systems, and then operate the other turret. So we have 2 full-time turret, and then FTT is going to fight intruders and rescue and gun. And I can drag these to change the priority. So now they all have priorities. And he comes equipped with knives, handcuffs, and a stun baton, which is fine. So he, if this was like multiplayer, security has access to the secure lockers over here, and then, as does the captain, and then the captain has access to the toxin cabinet, as does doctors. So this mission's interesting, as we're just traveling, right? We're just transporting arms and Coalition members, and not actually like out to kill anything. We're not monster hunting. In terms of experience, 267. So we might level up from this mission. But here is the tree for security, and I'm gonna have you guys vote for how people level up once they're leveled up. You know what I should have done is I should have bought a tool belt for myself. I don't need it this mission, but tool belt allows you to carry like 6 extra things, which would be really nice. Would it be worth giving him a gun? I don't have ammo right now, so no. Just because the ammo is very limited and I'd rather have it myself. NPCs, like you saw with JD shooting me in the leg, they aren't very considerate about like who they attack. Oh, we got bogeys. We got Maybe I'll just try to skate by them. And turn off active sonar. And keep distance. We can also do directional ping. So I can pick the direction that we sonar ping where there isn't bogeys in that direction to not piss things off. And then I can turn off directional ping once I think I'm far enough away from the critters. So that would be the use of directional ping. And NPCs do need ammo. Yeah, they don't fire for free. The captain does unlock the ability to make revolver rounds, which can be made much more cheaply than purchased. So I'll probably be very stingy with revolver rounds until I'm able to make my own. But given the amount of levels it takes to make your own revolver rounds, I might not even get there this stream. Hey JX, thank you for the resub. We're in the deep blue now. I should just leave the blue light on. Oh, there is stuff ahead of us, but I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid it. I think we're going to have to engage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop the submarine to the floor so that they can't get underneath, because we have a very exposed underneath. And they're crawlers. And I think FTT, in his much higher weapons skill, just killed them all. Like, literally every single one is dead. I am going to go scoop them up. Whoa! It's right here. One. There might have been some that fell forward, but 3 is fine. Oh, they're coming in the airlock with me. Sweet. I have a pet now. A pet crawler. I bring him into stowage. No, I'll leave him here. As a reminder to my passengers as to why they pay me the big bucks for transport. It's useful to have them know how dangerous it is out there, so that they respect my authority. Oh, I can see from the sonar that I missed one in back. I'll just grab it. In fact, I could maybe even see it through the window. Nope. Bring out your dead. Oh, here it is. I highly advise you try to do the scoop method like I use to have all your dead land on your submarine, because as far as I know, they don't have physics, really. They don't, like, weigh you down or anything like that. And it just makes looting them so much easier, so you don't have to go, like, diving for them. Which can also be really dangerous to be that far separated from your submarine, because you're just a lot more vulnerable when you're in your suit. Imagine the fish stink. Ah, yes, like a Chinese wet market. Smells delicious. What is funny is the sonar pings, because I'm carrying the crawlers with me. They just keep following around. So it does throw a bunch of, like, false positives. But as long as I know that there's a bunch of false positive pings... Oh, and one got lost. The one on back got loose. If I dive like this, I might even be able to get rid of the other one. But, it seems stuck. It's fine. Smooth seas don't make for skillful sailors. Well, it's been pretty smooth so far. Oh, we got more. I am, because they're engaging them they would have attacked from our blind spot on the bottom. I'm just going to avoid them. Whoa, we're crashing. Choke. It's fine. I have Cool Mike to fix those for me. All patched up. And here's Gongpo. We made it without much incident. I'll park manually this time. You can see how bad I am at it. Oh, it was almost perfect. There we go. Ta-da! And we're now 3,400 richer. Sweet. Getting pretty friendly with Europa. We're going to need to do more missions or bribe them. We could actively bribe them. What faction do we back? Because at this point, we're building up our reputation with Europa. But I'm okay with you guys voting against that if you want. So, Europa is the de facto autocratic superpower of Europa, with a distributed bureaucracy and an iron grip on the resources, manufacturing, and power within European society. The Jovian Separatists are a small underground organization seeking a more democratic society by any means, from petty resistance to full-blown terrorism. We also leveled up. So, everyone but FTT has gained enough experience to level up their first time. While we're here, I will do a little shopping. I'm only buying, like the bare minimum of stuff. Not doing big spending. Gunner's helmets are nice. It gives a flat plus 10 weapons, which can help a not super skilled gunner gun better. And it also gives a lot of resistance to damage. You also have hazmat suits, which protect from burns and radiation sickness for reactor workers. It's also pretty inexpensive to buy like raw resources. So you can also filter like medical, weapons, diving, equipment, fuel, material. So sometimes I find myself just like buying material. So if we wanted to upgrade the hull, I could buy 4 more steel bars and then like save and exit and then load back into the game, and I would have those steel bars transported to my ship, and then I would be able to upgrade the hull. You guys wanted me to add a new gun to the ship though, so I'll be doing that instead. Let's talk to whoever this is. I think they're looking to pass through the outpost to the deeper regions. No. I'm not going to give them any money yet because I either could pay them 2,000 or earn 2 more reputation. And it looks like you guys want me to back Europa, so I'm just going to earn 2 more reputation and get it for free. No need to bribe. So, what turret do you want me to add? So here's the choices. We have a coil gun, which is the cheaper of the 3 options. The benefit of the coil gun is it's cheap to fire. You can find ammunition pretty everywhere, but it is not as hard hitting as the other 2. We have a chain gun, which is it's based on the coil gun technology, Though it's unwieldy, slow to wind up, and its firing state is capable of delivering a high-velocity metal, or the pulse laser, which is what we have on our bow, which is a high chemical laser that does burning damage. So, what weapon? Coil, chain, or pulse? Up to you. And that's pretty much going to be all of our money, I'd imagine. We're not going to have a lot left over. Make sure no one's hurt. Yep, no one's hurt. Sort through the trash. It's always nice to find some free drugs. All three require ammunition, yes. Ain't nothing free in this game. A couple of roped figures are huddled around someone lying on the floor. You're not sure if they're trying to restrain or resuscitate the person who is convulsing violently as if having some sort of seizure. One of the roped figures notices you. Hey you! Throw me a syringe of calaxinate from the cabinet over there. I toss it to them. You toss the syringe. As soon as they inject it into the spasm's neck, he settles down. One of the roped figures seems angry. Mark, you impatient idiot. How many times did I tell you we're not ready for the gift yet? What's going on here? The roped figure turns to you, getting a better look at their faces. They seem very young. We just had a little medical emergency of sorts. Our friend thought it would be fun to go on a little trip, if you know what I mean. Thanks for your help. If you don't mind, let's keep this just between us. Easy brother, dear brothers, I just want to know why you want to stop this man from transforming into a husk, or this feels awfully suspicious. And I'm going to have you decide this now that the pulse, I'm going to buy a pulse. So choice 1 or 2. So if choice 1, I can say this feels awfully suspicious. Tell me what you were doing to this man or report you to the authorities, which is to say turning on the cultists of the husk. Or, alternatively, easy dear brothers, which is to say allying with the cult of the husk. So these cultists are trying to turn themselves into, like, fishy zombies, I guess. And we're turning them in. The group glance at each other nervously. Look, we don't want any trouble. Our brother here was too eager to meet the great husk and was taking him over. But we've got it under contained now, and everyone's fine. Won't happen again. No need to tell the whole outpost of our sect, or our sect for that matter. It would ruin our careers if they found we tried to jump the line. Your sect? You're members of the Church of the Husk? I thought your whole shtick was to be taken over by the parasite. Parasite? A parasite does nothing but take. The husk gives. It can take you way beyond the limits of that flesh bag you call your body. But not like this, not if you're not ready to take it in. Or ahem. So the ecclesiastics speak anyway. So there's another choice here for a response. Enough of your cultist BS. Alert the outpost security. I've grown quite fond of this flesh bag, thank you. I'll see myself out. Or if I wanted to rise beyond the limits, how would I go about that? And blood mess, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a tool belt. So that I can carry more stuff. It'll help for future missions. Alright, I've grown fond of this flesh bag, thank you very much. So I lost a little bit of church reputation, Church of the Husk rep. Not a big deal. But here they have drugs on them. I was just poking around to see if I can't find extra trash. But no such luck. So let's go install the gun that I promised you guys. Upgrade, or customize. Slot 3 is going to be a pulse laser. Okay, we have about 1,000 balance. But 3 guns, I like it. Levels. So, fish is XP. We have got a few different choices here. So we got Bounty Hunter, which is extra XP for hunts. when I go kill critters, when I'm paid to go kill critters. We got inspirational leader. So all of the crew gains 25 additional skill speed. I'm just going to call that inspire. Then we have XP for cargo. So cargo and personnel transports give extra money and extra XP. Call that logistics. We also have prodigy. I will personally, or fish pickles will personally gain extra XP. Then traveling tradesman. So selling stuff, I'll get more money, and there will be special sales on additional items. It does not stack. I'm just going to call that sales. And then last but not least, veteran. Gain a bonus of 20 helm and 5 to other skills, and also repair 10% faster. All right. Let's see about a tool belt before I leave. Tool belt. And then go up to the station commander for more missions. And they're not here. One thing I sort of wish is if the whole station was revealed to you. Like a station map or something, because trying to find people can be tough. Looking for work, the coalition hired some fresh meat, and we need to transport them. There's a monster that we need you to hunt, a large crawler, and transport medical items. Not that I have money for it, but if I was to hire new people, there is some medics and doctors here, and security officers, and an engineer and mechanic. So there's not a bad pool of people to hire. Not that I can afford it. Alright, we're going to go with the Inspire. Cool. Cool mic. So for cool mics, has a completely different subset of stuff. So he has got Egghead, which he gains 100% extra XP for his skills. Grounded, which is 10 bonus to electrical engineering and burn resist. We've got Junction Junkie, gain 80 bonus XP when completing a mission when you've repaired at least 5 electrical devices. Which is useful when we take a lot of damage, I suppose. Remote Monitor, which I'm going to leave off because it's really not that useful as an NPC to have. It's more useful for the if I was playing it. It allows you to monitor the reactor remotely. But I'm not really sure NPCs take advantage of that. And then Station Engineer. Reactivating beacon stations gives bonus XP. So there is that one. Thank you for tuning in to Barotrauma, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that I've asked for no backseating or spoilers for this series, which includes the comments as well. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, and if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to it. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on next episode or an upcoming stream of another game. Farewell, my fellow Europans.